Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Roman City Sancroporta. So yeah, what's going on? Firstly, I've got a cold, so if I do sound a little bit nasal, then that's why. If I also randomly mute the microphone, that'll be why. If I just literally stop like this, then that's because I'm sneezing. And I've at least, or blowing my nose or something, and at least I've been able to mute the microphone. Anyway, what have we got today? Well, we've got a lavender farm, and you can see that I've done quite a lot of other stuff, like putting in some trees. Actually, there's lots of that I've actually done since the last episode, so yeah, let's actually go over the main changes, and then we'll go on to the actual farm, the actual pretty cool farm. First thing I'm doing is I'm getting rid of the trees, and I'm rebuilding. So I'm doing like or I'm going to start doing like a tree pack. I've done a couple trees here that I haven't copied over yet. Sounds crazy, but I build the trees and then I'll put them up here. So I'll do like a platform of trees as well as a couple little terrain changes. So yeah, there you go. So I've got a couple of these. These are like cypress trees. That's the ones. So I've started on those. I've done like a couple small ones. I've got let's go to there. Really tiny little one there. I've got like a medium-sized one there. Actually, I think those two are the same size, but they're just different. Yeah, so they're the same size, but different. I've just used different leaves. I've seen some with really dark leaves and some with like light leaves. It's really weird. I can actually do a turn of this off as well. Yep. Yeah, so I've started to do that. I'm going to do a couple like packs of, or not really a pack of trees. I'm going to do a pack of trees, build them up, and then I'm just going to repopulate the land with trees. God, my nose is really bad. I've left in these ones for the time being, but I will be wiping those out and putting some new ones in. So I've started to do it around there as well, around this whole area. I haven't done these ones yet around here because I've got to be a bit more delicate because I've got like little ones like this around it and like bushes and things. I don't want to just delete, but I do want to get rid of these ones. Just redo them and make nicer ones and more conquesty ones and more Roman ones because I think this definitely works. Like this feels a bit more Italy. Maybe, I think. I don't know, we'll see. The other thing I've been doing is repainting the terrain. So before I did this in World Painter, I'm now going around and like basically manually editing the rocks. So I've got like a terrain set type thing. It's actually using a lot of the mesa biome stuff. So by hand I've had to actually go around and just do the biomes. You'll notice like the desert biome, mesa biome, mesa biome. So yeah, there's a lot of biome stuff here, but it was easy to pick out. I'm sure I've missed some, because I would have had to. It's just to get like a different colour rock. I'm not really too sure about the sandstone in the rock. It's crazy, because that's the kind of thing that I based it off was this one, and then I decided to go with the other ones. That was just to give it a bit more of a sandstone-y feel. I'll show you what it was. So that's what we've got now, like this type of terrain. Then you close your eyes or something. Oh, we'll go over to here. And this was the other type of terrain. This is horrible. This is really old school. Like, look at this, like mossy stone in there, cobblestone is in the wall. That's just the whole terrain is like that. It's just a mess, and I don't like it. So it's to try and make it a little bit more Mediterranean, a bit more Italian, and yeah, just in general a little bit better. I've also been trying out the other type of hardened stained clay in this one. God, and actually switching that out into here, and just changing that one with, or changing that one with that one. I think it kind of looks put good. I don't know. It's tell me what you guys think and tell me what mix you guys have got. That mix is. Here we go. See if you've got any like suggestions for it because I am redoing it. Currently, what I've done is I've gone for 24:5, 1:6, 1, just one like normal. I've also gone for light grey stained clay, white stained clay, and hardened clay. So those two are obviously in the mesa biomes. And I've got this one obviously. It's just going to be like a darker thing for the wetter places, I guess, or darker places in general, which is just using orange stained clay and mesa, yellow stained clay and mesa, brown stained clay and mesa, hardened stained clay colon 1, so 172 colon 1, brown stained clay, and I've got brown stained clay there twice. Idiot. Right, okay, and also red stained clay. There we go. So I'm gonna possibly use those. I might even just cut off the red, and just have these instead, or just have those ones and like that one or something. I don't really know. Tell me what you think anyway, and of the mixes, and if there's anything that I'm doing like obvious that you guys will go, actually no, Italian should be this. It is a bit dark for like sandstone cliffs and things like that. but it's kind of conquesty, and it gives it enough variation with these colours that we've got. So yeah. What else? What else? Moving on from the port. So I've got this like couple of areas I can work on anyway. Let's actually just wander around the actual villa and stuff. A lot has been done. It's not as big as this one. That's the first one thing I want to mention. Size-wise, what we're looking at, there we go. You can see the actual space that we've got. Land-wise is probably half. So that's the first thing to notice. Yeah, the land is actually half. If you remember me when I was doing this one, I was actually talking about making a fort at some point. I've actually done a little path going down here, so it goes across the bridge. Then outside of the actual farmlands, you've got like a little path here. Haven't done the smoothing of it like yet. I've done like little bits like this. Which, to be honest, I could do with that being more snow. There you go. So I need to just like keep on smoothing those parts. That'll go all the way up here. That's going to be like a nice little bit more to smooth out, isn't it? It's like a little weird thing there. That goes up there. This will then wind around the path. Look, see? Done some terraforming a little bit to make it look a little bit, you know, more natural. That'll go up to here. That's when we're going to have a Roman fort. And I saw this really good natural opportunity for a little spring here, which then goes through this part, then drops down into the river. So it's another part that drops into the river. I just thought it was kind of cool. And when I do the fort here, I'm going to have something on here as well. So it might be like more of the fort. It's just over on this side. Like a really full-back ditch effort type thing. Just jumping over. Like, nice to have a little bit of water around it, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it anyway. That'll be a really cool episode, but that's going to be a long episode. It'll take ages to build a fort, but at the same time it'll look awesome on that hill, and I can deck out that hill with the trees as well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it section by section, and joining it up and all that kind of stuff, so it'll be cool. Right, anyway, walking through. Lots and lots of dirt and snow. Dirt, snow, and fire slabs and all that kind of stuff. Different type of entrance from that one. Different arch, but same kind of design with the brick as a main fence going around it. Oh dear. And then I'm using the other fence as well, the actual new, you know, like the wicker fence that's in a certain biome. Just to join it up, like there's been wooden boards where they've not wanted to use brick or something, I don't know, something like that. Then we've got the lavender fields, so these are pretty simple. They're using lilacs. Now, lavender in general as a crop isn't tall like that. It's just that was the only one that kind of like fits. The reason I went with it, and I did consider other ones. The other main one that I obviously considered would be, there we go, this one here. And I put those like next to each other, and it didn't seem big enough. Because like the lavender bushes are more like leaf-sized, I guess. Yeah, they're more like leaf-sized. In general, you know, like you get usually with the lavender ones, you usually get them curved going up to there and then go back down. So they're a little bit bigger, and I thought that just didn't look big enough. Didn't look accurate enough, and also the obviously this one is flowers, whereas lavender is more like lilacs in the way that it is with the. Well, how do you call these? Farming people? There's got to be somebody that can farm this and those. That thing. You know, that thing that you get with lavender. So I went with lilacs. I think it actually worked quite well. So I've got the field down here, which is just purely lilacs. Hasn't been picked for a while. It's all like ripe, fresh. It's not ripe, would it? Fresh. It's all fresh, new. What would you call it? I don't know. So I've got that all there. I've got little paths going in. I've done it at diagonals because it makes it look so much more interesting. Straight lines generally are just a bit boring, so try to go for diagonals. That's what I've done with this. And also, the diagonals don't really line up. They kind of line up, but they don't really, you know, they're rough. So, yeah, kind of like my voices at the minute. So, yep, there we go. We get that. Then it goes up to the villa. Should we tour the villa in a bit? Yeah, we'll tour the villa in a bit. Let's talk about the fields first. Because probably for you guys that are building something like this, the fields are probably more important than what I've done. Nice mix of materials, obviously. As you can see, different mix between that and the paths, which have got more dry dirt in it on those actual paths. Whereas this main path has got like more wet dirt on it, I guess. This I really like. This is the other path that goes up from it. Just goes up and goes through there. I really like this. This was such a pain though, Enviroslab and dirt snow wise. Just to get it so you can actually walk up it properly and it all looks kind of smooth. But then we get into the fields that have been picked a little bit, so they're not completely replenished. So I started mixing in tall grass. That worked really well, I think. So there we go, we got some more tall grass just mixed in just randomly. Like it's just growing back. You know, it's not completely yet. And that's the same with this one as well. So that variated it a bit. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, sorry guys. So we got that. We also got a little cart. I kind of like this cart. I like it. I think it's cool. There's I think it's called stone pine. I think it is. It's like an acacia tree. Don't know why it's called a stone pine, but yeah. I just didn't like that block like there. Don't know why. There we go. So I'll just put that one there. Yeah, stone pine type thing. And then here we got more that are being really picked. So I've switched in a couple of the tall ferns or double ferns or large ferns or whatever. What are they called? Large fern? Large fern. Yes, I've switched in a couple of those just to variate it even more and to make it even more green, but still having that pink. And then I had to put a barrel and I had to use pink carpet. Also use purple carpet around. I think it's the only way you can do it from a distance. It kind of looks like, you know, the heads or locks or whatever they call the things that you pull off them. Yeah, so that we got a load of those. So I've just got them like this. This has been actively picked. Also a little bucket there, Conquest bucket. I have a bucket there. They're just putting stuff in them. Makes kind of sense. Then we got this here. This is a nice little warehouse. This I'm really happy with. It actually looks kind of cool. It's semi-modular, and then I just kind of it isn't. It looks like it's modular, with the like pillar 1 2 3 pillar 1 2 3 pillar 1 2 3, and then you've got this like pillar 1 pillar to a roof pillar thing. So it's kind of semi, but it's kind of just a normal warehouse. A bit more of this pink around to show that there's like barrels and stuff. Couple of little chests. It's very, very basic. I could have probably done. See, there's always something that you forget. That's the one thing I've learned about Minecraft. Or actually not about Minecraft, about Conquest. It's not the only one. You forget about rats and stuff like that. There's always something. So I'll put a rat in there. Yeah, but apart from that, I think it looks kind of cool. The setup of it is pretty good. This hill was a bit of a pain because it's on a diagonal that I did anyway, but it's also at a pretty steep angle. Every couple of blocks it goes up a block. So it turned out really well. Like it looks really cool at that angle. Because you got like 1, 2, 3, 4 height levels right there. But it was a bit of a pain to actually do, but it's fine. I think it works well. And obviously having this little cliff thing here is really nice. I love that part of it. That like this part here is like a really nice separator, especially with the path there. It just turned out really well when I was redoing the terrain, and this terrain was pretty messed up. It was very blotchy. It looked a bit like there we go, a bit like this when I had it. A bit blotchy and horrible, and more probably like so like that. So it's kind of like semi-smooth, but really a bit messy, with bits of that in it. So yeah, so I mean, it definitely paid off. Editing it and making it a bit flatter, but at the same time not destroying hills. So keeping hills and keeping the small cliff type things just, tidying it up a bit so it's a bit more usable. That definitely worked. So we got a lot of that. Big hill going up here to like a nice little tree. Really wish that Monster would make this the acacia wood acacia wood cobblestone wall thing the same as that texture. That'd be great. I'm sure he's done it with this. No, he hasn't done it with that. Oh, okay. Anyway. Yeah, simple little card design. I quite like this one. It's just basic. Really. Yeah. I think Planet Teamspeak did a tutorial on one, and I had a look at that, and then I was like, I'm going to do something similar to that. So, I think bits of it have been stolen from Planet Teamspeak's tutorial, who was a tutorial by another guy. I can't remember. I just remember watching it and getting ideas for this one. So, yeah, especially like this rope going around is awesome. On the top of that, so you get the horse actually in here. Yeah, I just thought it was cool. So I put that in there. Semi my design, semi not. But that's most of the actual field stuff. I mean, lavender fields are really easy. I mean, we've done two. The good thing about this series, and what I really like about this series, I don't know what you guys are like as well, is I've done like different things that are very Mediterranean. Like, for example, Vineyard is really, really Mediterranean. Also, the hills on this like really cool, especially with this little path here that goes up on there. It's a vineyard, very, very Mediterranean. Lavender can only really grow in Mediterranean type climates, so it makes perfect sense. Romans were very into their perfume and all that kind of stuff. So it made sense. I made it a little bit of a smaller villa as well. And you can see I've variated the roof. I am going to be doing that to that old one over there. And also these ones and stuff. Because I just love the style. I just really love the style. This one I haven't put any jungle wood in. I think I might have put one jungle wood in. Okay, so I put one here. I think that was a biome. Oops. Yeah, it's a biome. So the reason I put that one in is literally just to fix a biome. But you can't tell. But I've tried to keep it pretty clean. I think there's also a slab over there, so pretty clean. Whereas the warehouse has got a little bit more. Makes sense. But yeah, smaller little house. So let's just have a wander around. I think that's the best thing to do, isn't it? Let's show you the villa, because this obviously would have taken me like 28 episodes. I'm joking, of course. No, actually, I don't know if I am joking or not. It would have taken me a lot more episodes if I'd done it in the traditional format rather than a time lapse, and it still did take a long time. Right, what I've gone for is the big sandstone on the bottom, then normal sandstone, then I've gone for white on top. So very, very similar to those ones, because I just really like the look of that one. And since it's on the sea, it kind of made sense to have a similar style. Still got stuff growing up on the side of it, got another tree there, lots and lots of stuff growing on the side of it. I'm trying to make it feel a bit more overgrown. And on this side, at the back anyway, makes me think it's actually like a castle or keep or something, like a really small one, obviously. But I think it's just how it's built up, and I've got the supports and everything on it, and stuff like that. Alright, anyway. We have got one window on the bottom floor, which has a shutter on it, so it can be closed. That's why they got some bread cooking up there. Obviously, we've got the balcony up here. So this was, my girlfriend actually had a look at the designs for this one, and then picked it out and stuff for the rough shape. It changed, as everything does change, but this was definitely a feature that she wanted, and I thought it was... I don't think too much of it, but actually it works here. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Also different little design features in there, using like this thing at the top. So it's got some inscription-y type stuff, but I didn't want it to be too dragony. So what I've done is I've covered it up with vines, so that it just looks like this text, which could be Romanesque, I guess. So that's why I've tried to do that, at least. Right. Anyway, entrance. A little bit of mud walked in. It's not as well kept as the other one. But there is a candle and obviously some water. You do get to go into the back peristyle garden. So you've got a little garden in here, a lot smaller. But I still think it's quite nice, especially here. So you kind of get like an ocean breeze, I guess. Well, you kind of would, but you wouldn't. It's kind of blocked. So I think it's quite nice anyway. It's still, as a small little garden, it's quite nice. But then again, these people have got this as a garden. So as fields, you know. But so it'd smell quite nice and be quite nice. Let's go over onto this side. So we've got the kitchen first. 2 big double doors. So there you go. I'm really proud of this kitchen. I love this kitchen. There we go. So we've got this here. We've got like a pail of water that's being put on there for some reason. And we got like 2 furnaces. Got a little window here with iron bars, which is where the smoke can escape from. So that's where the heat goes. There was... That's really weird. There was a painting on here. So that's why I put those there. Huh. There you go. Those are on there. Maybe I knocked it off a minute ago, I don't know. Yeah, like storage for like pastry type stuff, and there's the bread. Some other stuff around here, papaya. These are the new heads that we've added to the server, which are awesome. Got the Conquest cabbage there. Yeah, you know, just stuff, basic stuff really. But I just really like it. I like how it's all split up and everything, so... Yeah, I've got that. We've got the toilet in here. This is using a technique that I've seen loads of people have been using this on the server. I just think it looks really cool. It's just using the glass, what's it called? That texture. Can't really see it, but yeah, it's the glass cobblestone. Oh yeah, I can just show you. Jesus, I'm an idiot. They got that one there. Like the it's not called a murder hole because I got told off for that. But what are you guys? The thingy, a little bathroom anyway in there. Ah, sorry guys. Slaves' quarters. We've only got 4 slaves. So there you go. You got a little bunk bed. So there's only 4 in this place. So it is half the size, literally, in terms of slaves. I think the other one had 8. So there's not as many slaves. And then there's the back door that goes down here. And I have not done this yet, guys. I'm going to be doing that in another episode because I've got ideas for the next couple of episodes. I'll give you those ideas anyway. But I thought I might as well get this video out and then detail this later on, or as like an extra episode or something like that. It kind of makes sense. It'll be as part of another episode. It's only be like a 30-second part of the time lapse, but will take me hours probably. Anyway, down the rest of the hallway, what we have over here is the dining room type area. So we've got all these like seat type things. Yes, I did walk into fire. You'd lie here and you'd have your head on that part. That's the idea. Same there. And some water jugs, some food on the ground. Blood orange, for example. On this side we actually have the baths. I've just remembered I've forgotten something with the baths. I'll show you that later. And I will have to do it straight away after doing this video. We got the 3 different rooms. We've got the cold one in here. So this is quite cold. The cold plunge bath part of it. We've also got the warmer bath in there, and we've got the sauna type thing. So really, really hot, medium warm type thing with the water as well. Then we've actually got the cold plunge type bit in there. It's pretty simple. It's just a different layout. Just using, again, like one of those candles we've added to the server. One of the player head candles, should I say, added to the server. There's a lot of fire around here as well. Invisible fire to make lighting. I thought this drape was kind of good because then you can just close it over if you are naked. Or if your guests are naked or whatever. Pretty big stairs. Stairway thingy. Little balcony, I like this. Because if I had a house like this over the sea, I would totally have a balcony. I think I'm going to have to put another ship in the water as well, probably at an angle. Do another one of those at some point. So yeah, little balcony, little wooden balcony. I really like that. Go over here. We have the first bedroom. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Big bed. Crazy roof. Little seaty place. Some yarn. Yeah, pretty simple. But still detailed and everything. And there we have the master bedroom. So we go bigger bed. Well, not really bigger bed. Big bed again. Little table over here. That is a pineapple. Again, using the custom heads that we've now added to the server is just awesome. It's just added loads of random detail. Sometimes they don't look great, like they look like a head, but yeah, they're still brilliant, I think. So there's the L's ones, or L's were. Then you go around here, you've got the actual front part. We've got the gold chalice. So you can actually sit here and sniff like I am. But imagine this view, like at sunset or something, which we could, I guess, do, couldn't we? 6 PM. Ooh, look at that. See, that's awesome, really. That's why I like. That's why I do alpha angle stuff, because look, the path just looks wicked. So I think that looks awesome. Don't know what you guys think. But there we go, that's the master bedroom. We've then got around here, these little windows here, just looking over the peristyle garden. It's just adding a little bit more light as well. And this will then go down to another bedroom. You got another bedroom, a little bit bigger. This one actually looks like the master one because of the thing going across. It's just a different style. Stuff like that. A little table as well. Pot of honey, but it looks like gold, so I went with that. Over here, they've got a little study. Just a couple of books and stuff, or scrolls, or whatever. And then they just sit here and think about poetry or whatever it is that they do. And then here we got another bedroom in here, like a smaller one. A pretty awesome view, to be honest, but it's just smaller. So yeah, quite a few people living here. And that should not be like that, but that's fine. We'll probably have to leave it. So yeah, now that we've got it at like sunset, wow, look at that. Looks wicked. That really does look awesome, doesn't it? Looks a bit better as well with the rocks and stuff, but I think that looks really good. I mean, shaders just makes it look about 10 times better, but just a little bit different. It's really cool. Yeah, what I was going to show you guys, which I've just forgotten, I haven't done anything. For realism, you've got to have the... Oh my god, I can't remember the word. The underground bit where they heat it up. So this is where it's going to have the heat, and that's going to go around to here. And it will escape at some point, so I'll do a little tube. I will do that off camera, so that'll be done. I don't think you need to see it, because you've seen it before with Hypercaust. There we go. It's called a Hypercaust. So because you've seen it before, it doesn't really matter. But tell me what you think, and anything to help me improve, because I haven't really seen one of these done in Minecraft. Not properly. So, yeah, it's kind of like a bit different. So yeah, it's pretty cool. What I'm thinking of doing next, I'm just going to switch to normal daytime, where it's really bright. God, sorry for sniffing so much. One thing that I can do, guys, is write this area here. Just concentrate on this, because that would then link this, and this together. The port, the lavender field, and the villa together. And we just finish up this little area around here. What I was thinking for this area is having a couple little houses. These would be like pleb houses. So, not the actual full houses of like villas and things like that. It will be simple housing that just lives in the countryside. For people that could work in the fields or work in the villas or work on the docks. So it could be like people like that. Because obviously we've only got one harbour master. We haven't actually got anyone that, for example, if you were a fisherman in that fishing boat, where do you live? Do you live on the ship? Not really. Well, probably not. So what I was thinking of is doing like a couple little shack houses, simple ones, probably out of wood and still some, the roofing tiles. Just fill them out in this area, nice and easy. And yeah, do something like that. That's what I'll do for that area, as well as some trees and some nature type stuff. But that will be the area around here, going around down to there and just going up to there, and just anything that isn't the dock. So there's that one option. That's a nice easy episode. I can get that one out quicker. The other one, God, I'm sniffing so much. The other one is that I'm planning, and I've got a little road here. I'll show you. Little road here, and you can see I've started to make it go up. There'll be a little road that goes up through here, all the way up to here, and this is where we're going to have a Roman watchtower. This will be a pure watchtower rather than a lighthouse. I've got another place for a lighthouse. This will be for the military part of the Roman people, because it has a good view of the land out all the way out here, so you can see enemy ships coming. They can then run down or whatever, or signal some other way. You can even have some Gondor type thing when they go up here and then they light a fire there, or actually they'd probably shout down to the fort from there, or throw something, or probably make it light. Let's be honest, they'll light something up. So that was going to be a point there. So that episode will be building that light tower, or building that watchtower, sorry, and also doing the train going down here. And this beach as well. Finish it, making this beach look good. It's looking better than it was, surprisingly, but it's still got these blotchy blobs and everything. So making it look realistic and making it look good. That'll be another episode. This area, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it. I'll have to work on that at some point. Or the other one is that I spend absolutely ages building a Roman fort. Up here. I don't think I'm ready for it. I don't think I've got the style down enough yet. But if you guys really want me to do that, I can start on it and I can experiment with that kind of style. Oh yeah, if you're noticing these light grey, that's because I've been masking this. Jesus, that's because I've been masking this. That's how I've been doing it. I've been stealing all those materials, grabbing all of those ones, turning it into white grey, then applying a mask to it, because I had stuff like stone and gravel. Now I've got stone in this mix, and I've got stone in that mix, so then it overwrites the stone. That makes any sense? Yeah, it kind of does. So yeah, those are the three options that we've got at the minute. Tell me what you think. The other thing I guess we could do is do a lighthouse. Planning on making this island more rocky, and a bit higher up, and making it into a lighthouse, like a Roman style one. Because it's out here, and then you go into this bay, where you've got the big ships like these ones, all my tutorial ones, like that huge one. As well as on the other side of this island, wherever they are. There we go. There's the other ones. Patrolling around. So having a lighthouse would be pretty beneficial, I think. Having it there makes sense. It's like an entrance into, especially this part of it, the bit we've been working on. But yeah, tell me what you think, guys. Tell me what you want me to work on next, and we'll see what happens. I don't think I'm ready for the fort, but like I said, if you guys really want me to start working on a fort, then just comment it and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I think the trees, and me changing the trees around and making them a little bit more sparse, especially here, has definitely made it feel more Roman, whereas the old ones, this style is too acacia. It's too much acacia. Also planning a river to go down there. That I haven't even explained. Another river going from here, from these cliffs, going all the way down, snaking its way around, going down and then ending up here. Reason being, it almost cuts off the farmland part of it, so we can cut another farm in here, and then have a bigger one around here. Probably a wheat farm, because we need to have that, because wheat, of course, was used a lot. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, comment, like, subscribe. Sorry for the croaky voice today, guys, but I'll see you on the next one.